Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Worm Whisperer channel. Thank you for joining me today, and we will be discussing why your worms are not big and plump in your worm bin. Some great information for all you worm farmers in this video, so remember to stay tuned. And if you learned and enjoyed my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my worm farming channel. There can be many reasons why your worms are not as big and round as you would like them to be. Growing larger worms is all about providing the right conditions. Remember, a happy worm is a big worm. Now, let's go over the crucial factors that contribute to a worm's size. One of the biggest reasons that I will discuss first is the size of your worm bin. So when I was younger, I had tropical fish and I had two angelfish. One in a small aquarium and one in a big aquarium. So the one in the smaller aquarium was much smaller than the angelfish that was in the big aquarium. So what does this have to do with worm size? Well, because one of the angelfish was in a larger aquarium, it had more room to grow and therefore grew much larger than the angelfish in the smaller aquarium. Your worm farm works in much the same way. The larger the area your composting worms have to grow, the larger they will grow in the bin. In nature, composting worms can grow quite large, much larger than in your worm bin. If you have watched the great worm farming channel like Captain Matt's worm farming channel, he has a very large area for his worms to grow, and this will help to grow larger worms. While in a worm bin like mine, the worms will not grow quite as large because of the space. So, if you see my worms and think, why are my worms not that large? If you have a smaller bin, that may in fact be the reason. Next comes down to the food they have in the bin. As a worm farmer, you never want to overfeed your worm farm. Keep your food basic and consistent by feeding small amounts every few days. This will help your worms grow without overfeeding them. This will also make sure your worms grow to their full size in the worm bin. Now let's talk about worm diet. A worm size is directly influenced by what it eats. Organic materials like fruit peels, vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and eggshells will help your worms grow bigger. They'll need a diverse diet to receive all the necessary nutrients, so mix it up some. Lastly, be patient. Worms can take several months to reach their maximum size, so give them the care they need and let nature take its course. And that's your guide to growing bigger worms. Remember, the right type, a balanced diet, a cozy environment, enough space, and a bit of patience. Follow these guidelines and you'll be on your way to growing some giant composting worms. Thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to check out Captain Matt's worm farming channel. As well, there are a lot of great worm farming videos on his channel, so I really recommend that you guys, if you want to learn more about worm farming, you can check his channel out. It's great. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a great day. Happy worm farming, and I'll see you next time.